Hello guys, hope you all are doing good. Today we are going to build a very new and a variety game in Scratch. You have heard of coronavirus, right? Our today's game is to beat this coronavirus with the help of a robot. The name of our game is Robowarrior. We need our Robowarrior first. So select our robot. Click here and scroll down to select our warrior. Let's select this robot, click on that. And yes, our Robowarrior is in the stage. We don't need this part, so go to costumes, select that part and delete. Yes, so our robot is ready. Now we need the virus. So we need to select the virus. Come back to code. Now click here. And scroll down to select a virus. Let's choose this ball. This doesn't look like virus, so we can modify it. Click on costumes. We can draw some spots on the body of virus. Let's select the red color. And we can draw some spots. Select the brush and give some spots on the body of virus. And yes, now it looks like a virus. Now come back to code. First of all, we can code a robot. So click on robot here. Reduce the size. So delete 100 and type 50. Click on the flag and you can see the size of robot is reduced to 50. Now go to events. Drag and drop the block when flag clicked. And when the game starts, the robot must be in the center of the stage. So we need this go to XY block and here replace it to 0. And click on the flag. You can see that the robot is in the center. Now we must control this robot. So for that, go to controls and get the forever loop. Then we need if then block. We need 4 of that, so just duplicate it. In this space, we need the blocks from sensing. Get this key space, press the block. We need 4 of that too, so duplicate it. And here we need to change the space to up arrow, here to down arrow, here it is right arrow. And finally, here change it to left arrow. Now place it in this space. So when we click on this up arrow, down arrow, right arrow and left arrow, we need to do some action. So when we press the up arrow, the robot must move to up. So get this change y by 10 block, replace 10 with 5. And here when we press the down arrow, the robot must move downward. So get the same block and replace 10 with -5. And here when we press the right arrow, this must be moved to right. So get change x by 10 block, replace 10 with 5. Finally, here just change 10 to -5. Now click on the flag and you can see that when I press on the arrows, I can control the robot. We can do the code for the virus. First of all, we can change the sprite name from ball to virus. So this is our coronavirus. So this is the virus one. We need 3 viruses. First of all, reduce the size to 50. Click on the flag and you can see the size of virus is reduced. Now go to events, get the flag here. Now go to control, Drag and drop the forever loop. And then go to motion. And just get this point towards mouse pointer block and change this mouse pointer to robot. So this virus will follow the robot. This must come towards the robot. So we need to assign the steps. So this must move 3 steps towards the robot. Now once again go to control and get the if then block. Place it here. Now go to sensing and get the touching mouse pointer block and place it here. Change mouse pointer to robot. Now go to events and get this broadcast message block. Place it here. And we need to broadcast a new message, and the message is virus touched. So whenever this virus touches the robot, it will broadcast a message as virus touched. Now we need to duplicate the virus 1. Then we will get 3 viruses, virus 1, 2 and 3. Yes, so that is in the stage. And get this, go to XY block so that the 3 viruses comes from different positions. So we are just assigning some positions to the viruses. Let's place these viruses in different position and just drag and drop the go to XY block. And yes, now we can click on the flag and you can see the viruses coming from different positions, and when I press on the arrows, the robot is moving and the viruses are following our Robowarrior. So we need a vaccine to prevent this. So let's select a vaccine, click here and choose a vaccine. So this looks like a capsule, so just choose that. Now rename the sprite name as vaccine. Click on costumes and we can type a vaccine and this capsule. So select this text and type a vaccine here. So our vaccine is ready. Let's reduce the size to 50. So click on the flag and you can see the vaccine's size reduced to 50. Now let's code for the vaccine. Go to events, get a when flag click block. Then go to motion. And here select this go to random position block, then go to control, get the forever block, then inside the forever loop we need to place this point towards mouse pointer from motion block palette. Now change mouse pointer to robot. So this vaccine will point towards the robot and it will be repel from the robot. So we get the block turn right 15 degrees, replies to 15 with 180. Then move 10 steps, just replies 10 with 14. Then once again get point towards mouse pointer. Here change mouse pointer to virus 1. Then select the move 10 step block and place it over here. Now this vaccine will be repelled from the robot. Now go to controls and get the if then block. Then go to sensing, get touching mouse pointer block, place it here. Now change mouse pointer to robot. Now go to events and then we need to broadcast a message. So we will broadcast a new message called a vaccine. Whenever this vaccine touches the robot, a message will be broadcasted. That is, the robot gets the vaccine. Now go to motion and then place the go to random motion block here. Now click on the flag and you can see the vaccine is running away from the robot and our Robowarrior is trying to chase the vaccine. So whenever the Robowarrior touches the vaccine, it will move to any random position. Now we need to add some more things in this game. That is, whenever the virus touches the Robowarrior, the life of or the health of Robowarrior must be reduced. And when it gets the vaccine, the health must be come back to 100%. So we will create a variable. Click on variables and click on make a variable and create a new variable health. So yes, so it is here. Just right click on that. You can see three options here. Click on this slider option and you can see we can slide the health to 100%. So here we need to go to events and get the block when flag clicked. We need to set the health to 100% in the beginning of the game. So set health to 100 here. Now click on the flag and you can see that the health is 100% in the beginning of the game. Let's place it over here. So when the virus touches the robot, the health of robot must be reduced. So for that we need some blocks. Go to controls and get the forever loop. Then go to variables and drag and drop the block, change health by 1, and here we need to replace 1 with some variable. So create a new variable called speed. Yes, so we reduced the speed variable. Now initially we need to set the speed to -2. So here we will place the block speed. So now the health will be changed by the speed of the virus. So we need to wait for 1 second. So get that block and place it over here. We can hide this speed variable. So just untick this. You can see the speed variable disappeared. Go to events and get when I receive vaccine. So just change a vaccine to virus touched. So what happens is that when this Robowarrior receives the message as virus is touched, we need to do some action. Go to controls and get the block wait until. Now from operators, we need this not operator, and here we need this or operator. We need 2 of that. Now place it like this, and inside this we need the block from sensing. Go to sensing and get this touching mouse pointer block. We need 3 of that, so just duplicate it and place it over here. Now place the whole block inside the wait until. So yes. Now change this mouse pointers to virus 1, virus 2 and virus 3. So when this Robowarrior receives a message as virus touched, we need to wait until it is not touched by 3 viruses, and if it's touched by the viruses, we need to change the speed by -2 again. This Robowarrior gets the vaccine, the health must be filled to 100%. So go to events and get the block when I receive vaccine. Go to variable and set health to 100%. Also, the speed must be set back to -2. So here, each time when the virus touches the Robowarrior, the speed must be incremented by -2. Then, if it receives the vaccine, the health is filled back to 100 and the speed is set back to -2. And here, when the health is changed by speed, we need to do some action. So go to controls and get the if then block, and in this space we need a block from operators. So go to operators and get this less than block. Here delete 50 and type 0, and in this place get the health block. So if the health is less than 0, then we need to stop all the actions. So get stop all block from the control and place it over here. Click on the flag and check the activity. You can see the virus is following the Robowarrior, and the Robowarrior is trying to chase the vaccine. And when it gets the vaccine, the health is filled back to 100. And when it is affected by the viruses, the health is reducing. Yes, so when the health is reduced to -32, all the script is stopped. Now we need to add some score to this. So create a new variable called score. Set the score to 0 at the beginning of the game. And whenever this virus is touched, let's change the score by 1. So whenever it gets a vaccine, give a bonus point of 50. So get this change score block and place it here. Now replace 1 with 50. Now we need to add a costume when the virus is infected to the Robowarrior. So click on costumes, duplicate this robot A. So we can add a red color to the robot when it is infected by the virus. We need to switch between these costumes. So go to looks, and in the beginning of the game, the costume must be the first costume, that is robot A. So get the switch costume block and place it here. Now change it to robot A. Then when it gets a vaccine, it will change the costume to costume robot A2. And we need to add a background. When the game gets over, so click here on paint and we will text a backdrop, that is, you are infected. Let's give some color. So type "you are infected." You can see that text in the stage. So when the game gets over, we will give a message as "you are infected, stay in quarantine, and finally will recover soon." So our second backdrop was ready. Let's place it in the center. Now just rename the costume to Game Over. And here backdrop 1, change the costume name to Start. So we have two backdrops, Start and Game Over. Now click on this robot and get this switch backdrop to Start. So in the beginning of the game, we will switch the backdrop to Start, and at the end of the game, we will switch the backdrop to Game Over. Now click on the flag and check the activity. So when the game gets over, our backdrop 2 will be appeared. So it will show "you are infected, stay in quarantine, will recover soon." But here we need to hide all other sprites. So get when backdrop switches to Game Over block, place it here and hide the robot. First we need to show the robot at the beginning, then when it switches to Game Over backdrop, hide the robot. We need to share these two blocks among other sprites also. So virus 1 sprite also gets that. And here let's get the when backdrop switches to Game Over block. Then go to looks and get the hide block. And here we have the blocks already. So here also go to events, drag and drop this block, change Start to Game Over. Then go to looks, drag and drop the hide block and place it here. And yes. Let's add some sound when the game gets over. So we'll go to sound. From this library, we can choose sound. So let's select any of the sounds. So I'm going for this head shake sound. Choose that. Now drag and drop the play sound until done block and place it over here. So we are done with our coding. Now click on the flag and enjoy your game. I hope you all liked today's Scratch video. We will meet again in next session with another interesting game in Scratch. Till then, bye.